Hello and good morning to everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and I am an online amateur seismologist planning to eventually go to college and get a degree in seismology and work at USGS, United States Geological Survey. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about earthquakes and related subjects. So earthquakes are a worldwide phenomenon that can be both natural and artificial. Artificial is usually induced by hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking, in which ground uplift is solely caused by underground drilling and things related to that, things along those lines. A normal earthquake is typically due to tension along the Earth's crust and fault lines in which it ruptures. And so there's different types of earthquakes, and not all are big and bad, not all are deadly and dangerous. It just really depends on the magnitude, as well as how shallow or how deep it might be. The shallower the earthquake, the more damaging it will be. The deeper the earthquake, the less damaging it will be. So say you have a magnitude 8.0, but it's 150 to 200 kilometers deep, you're not going to see much damage at all, maybe little to none. But if you have a 5.5 earthquake that is 5 kilometers deep, you're going to see some damage. Not severe, but you will see some damage. So, earthquakes happen along fault lines. There are many different types of fault lines, some of which include reverse faults, normal faults, subduction zones, and strike-slip faults. A divergent boundary and a convergent boundary can also relate to where earthquakes happen. A divergent boundary is when two tectonic plates are pulling away from each other. A convergent boundary is when they are pulling together. They are coming closer together. That often results in rift valleys or mountain forming. So I know a lot of people are probably wondering what the biggest earthquake ever recorded was. Now this can be a bit debatable, because there are records that show that the largest quake ever recorded was in Valdivia, Chile in 1960. However, this was along a subduction zone, and along subduction zones there can be earthquakes that are potentially larger than that. However, that is the largest recorded one. It doesn't mean it's the largest one that's ever happened. It just means it's the largest that's been recorded. So, I don't know how many of you remember the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami disaster in Japan. That happened March 11th, 2011. It was a magnitude 9.1. And it caused a nuclear meltdown at Fukushima. I don't know how many of you can recall that. It was a while back. But earthquakes can either be devastating or non-devastating. And you're probably wondering, well, how was there a tsunami? Here's where the answer to this question comes in. Tsunamis are very common with subduction zone earthquakes. Some are devastating, some are not. Some are big, some are small. But a tsunami is essentially known as a seismic sea wave. However, it can be due to other causes, but we'll get into that later. But a tsunami is usually caused by an undersea subduction zone earthquake. So when the sea floor uplifts, what happens is that this causes a displacement of ocean water, and it causes there to be a multitude of waves, known as a wave train, And that's essentially what a tsunami is. A tsunami starts at the ocean floor and comes all the way to the surface of the water of the ocean. And that is why they are so powerful, because the kinetic energy that a tsunami forms is very powerful. And that's what does the most damage. So, after the 2011 Tohoku quake happened, a tsunami was formed off of the coast of Japan. And this tsunami was very devastating. It took out a lot, and it killed a lot of people. And this also brings me to the 2004 Indian Ocean disaster, December 26, 2004. So on December 26, 2004, in Indonesia, there was a magnitude 9.2 earthquake near Sumatra. That's near the epicenter where it was. And that caused a massive tsunami that was over 100 feet high and killed over 230,000 people. Now, if you think about this, contrast that to this. So, September 19th, 2018, there was a magnitude 8.1 off of the coast of Mexico, southern Mexico. Anyways, this triggered a tsunami, but the tsunami was not very big. There was extensive damage with this earthquake, but the tsunami was no more than a foot high. So, really, it just depends on the topography of the land and the topography of the ocean floor to determine the size of the resulting tsunami wave. Anyways, I will continue the video on video number 3 whenever I get around to it, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.